It's the return of the cash out refi. Lenders are seeing a surge in homeowners tapping their property for cash. Now, here's what they do. They refinance their mortgage for more than they owe, then pocket the difference in one lump sum. But will this fuel another credit crisis? We're asking Tim Rood, co-founder and chairman of the Collingwood Group and a former Fannie Mae executive. Good to have you here. Thanks for coming in. So this is like a nightmare coming back to haunt us. And you gave us these numbers, which I thought were fascinating. Bank of America says that cash out refis are up 47%. Loan Depot sees 78%. Lending Tree sees 40%. How come they're on fire here? Is it just lenders doing more here, or is there huge demand?
It's a combination of things, and I would pump the brakes a little bit. I don't think we're ready to pull the fire alarm just yet. I think actually on a lot of levels it's a positive sign that homeowners are starting to get enough confidence that the durability of this appreciation that they've gotten over the last few years is here to stay, and now that they can take some liberties, not to the same extent that they did during the housing run-up, but enough to pay off some of the debt that they've accrued over the last 5 or 6 years. I mean, we've been in a recession. People have not made any income. Home improvements have been deferred, that stuff.
Yeah, we've got a lot of things we'd like to buy, that's for darn sure. A lot of things have been on hold. But Tim, tell us why people would opt for this product and what the problems were in particular in the past. Why were they such problematic products?
Well, back in the housing run-up, so 2004 to 2006, you saw nearly $1 trillion worth of home equity taken out of these properties, cash-out refinances. And at the time, we used to think about the house as kind of an ATM. It was a cash management tool, that equity was dead money. You might as well put it to work because your values are always going to go up. Well, that turned out to be a bit of a false narrative and took a lot of us to the cleaners. Well, now things are very different. You've seen values come back up, but we're still off the highs. We're 15% from where we were, and now people are using it for more prudent things for the time being, paying off student loan debt, making home improvements. So again, I think it's reasonable at a pace.
That raises a question though, Tim, which is when would you use a product like this, and what shouldn't you use a product like this for?
Yeah, a good rule of thumb is this thing better be improving your quality of life. I mean, you don't want to be, anytime you take out a cash out refinance, you're essentially, you're saving money on a monthly basis, but all you're doing is extending the payments. There's no great mystery to it. So you don't want to be paying for a car or a lavish vacation for the next 30 years. Do things that make your life better. Again, student loans, home improvements, reasonable investments in maybe a small business or something like that. But don't be speculative and don't be reckless.
Good advice, Scott. A pleasure having you on. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary.